So, good day everyone. My name is Homer Grant Emedel, and in this video we will discuss and talk about how can we help or contribute in minimizing or lessening the amount of carbon footprint in our world that is destroying or affecting our environment. But before we formally start on the main purpose of this video and discussion, let us first talk about carbon footprint for us to fully understand our discussion or topic. So, carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases that are generated by our actions. Meaning, human beings are the reason of growing amount of carbon footprint all over the world. Based on a study, the average carbon footprint for a person in the United States is 16 tons, and it is considered one of the highest rates in the world. Imagine how much is the total carbon footprint worldwide if one person generates 16 tons of carbon footprint. This is the reason why we need to find a solution to minimize and lessen the amount of carbon footprint. Because if we don't do something, we will suffer the consequences of our actions. So let's now talk about the effects of carbon footprint in our environment. Other gas like methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorinated gases adds up in carbon footprint, which trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global warming and climate change. We are all familiar about global warming and climate change. In fact, we already experiencing the effect of global warming and climate change all over the world. Temperature is rising, causing so much heat. The ice in Antarctica is slowly melting because of rising temperature caused by global warming. These are all, and a lot of lands dried up by El Nino, which are also effect of global warming. These all are effects of global warming caused by carbon footprint, and if we don't stop or lessen the amount of carbon footprint in the world, we will suffer more, and a lot of effects will continue to get worse, even worse, and we will suffer more of it. It continue. So let us now proceed to the main purpose of our discussion, which is how can we share to minimize carbon footprint. So there are a lot of ways to minimize and lessen the amount of carbon footprint in the world. So first, use alternative transportation to get to work, school, or somewhere. Instead of using cars, use bus, trains, carpool, or bikes. Or if you own a car, share a ride with others to lessen the carbon footprint from the cars caused by the fuel and the car engine. If you will go somewhere not that far or short trip destination, it's better to go there walking or cycling. By this, you can help reduce carbon footprint, and it's better for our health and body to have exercise. It will strengthen our body to avoid getting sick. If we really want to help minimize carbon footprint, we should use public transportation, cycling, walking, and sharing ride to help our environment. So second is through our food. To lessen the carbon footprint, we should reduce the number of animal consumed, as we all know that animals release carbon dioxide that adds up in carbon footprint in the atmosphere. And the more demand in animal meat, the more supply needed to produce. And it also means more carbon footprint in the atmosphere. We should also eat local food because it has less pollution from transportation. As we all know, imported products are transported and shipped through airplanes and ships, which generated more carbon footprint. We should also use organic products because it doesn't use chemicals that can harm our environment. Third way to reduce carbon footprint is proper consumption of water. So we should harvest rainwater and use it to water our garden or plants in the other day to save money and also to save water. We should also stop buying water in plastic bottles. We should always bring reusable water bottles and keep it filled. In this way, we can save money and minimize carbon footprint and plastic waste. If we also wash our clothes, and we should make sure that we have plenty to wash to maximize the use of our washing machine and to save money and water. So the fourth way to reduce carbon footprint is proper energy or electricity use. We should just we should just open our appliances whenever we need to use it, and if we don't need it, we should close or unplug it so that we can save a lot of energy and money. We should also switch off the lights when we don't need it, and we should use energy saving light like LED. We should also try and use solar panel as it generates energy or electricity from the sun. By using it, we can save a lot of money and energy. And lastly, or the fifth, to maximize carbon footprint is by doing the reduce, reuse, and recycle. We should avoid buying things that are not necessary. We should also repurpose everything we can, and instead of throwing things, we should give it to others as someone out there need it, or donate it to someone instead of throwing it. One example is old clothes. As long as it is still in good condition, we should give it to others rather than throwing it. We should also avoid using of plastic bags. Instead, we use eco-friendly bags. It is more fashionable than plastic bags, and we can help to save our environment, and it is reusable. We can also choose products with little packaging to avoid wasting so much plastic. All of the ways I mentioned or discussed can help to minimize the amount of carbon footprint in the world. All of these are so easy to do, and all of us can participate to save our environment. All of this is so easy to do, but it has very big impact in minimizing carbon footprint and big impact in saving our environment. We only need to all participate and contribute to save our environment, because in the end, we are the one who will benefit from it. But if we still don't do something to stop or minimize carbon footprint, its effect, which is global warming and climate change, will keep on getting worse, and we are the one who will suffer from it. That's why we need to do something to stop it before it get more worse. We need to participate if we want to achieve our goal to save our environment for all of us and for the future generations. That's end my discussion. Thank you very much for listening. I hope we realize the problem we're into, and let's all help to save our environment. It's not that hard to achieve, but we all need to help each other to achieve our goal. Thank you for your time. I have done my part of telling you what to do. Our future is now on your hands. Let's have better future. Keep safe everyone, and have a good day.